What's poppin', OBM gang? It's your boy OBM Mizzy, and we back with another video, man. Today we tapping in with my guy Family TV. Just dropped a video of a guy crashing out apparently over some jewelry, you know what I'm saying? And the suspect and the victim moms crashed out, and they got a little feud going back and forth over the internet, over social media and all that. So we gonna jump straight into this joint. But before we do that, man, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you drop a comment, and make sure you turn on all push notifications. That way you don't gotta come looking for me. I can just go ahead and send the content straight to you. So without further ado, let's get it.
Man, this is one of the lessons I'm glad I learned. When we out here doing something stupid, we not just affecting us, but we crushing the ones that love us the most. Cause when you put up from they hurt, they find themselves doing something they got no business doing. They probably would never did if you wouldn't have did what you did. And all you can do is look from the sidelines and be like, dang, that's my fault. And that's where we at today. Now fam, we going to Florida. Over the weekend we had two mothers who apparently know each other and their kids get into an altercation. Some would say a fight, some would say a squabble. But nonetheless, all this made its way on social media after attending a festival, which we'll later discuss. But it seemed like all this revolves around their kids. One of the mothers lost their child to gun violence after celebrating his birthday, who we'll later discuss, to allegedly, because this is an open case, and of course we're gonna read this indictment, to the man who's the son of the mother she got into an altercation with. So basically, this mom confronted her son killer mother.
Alright, so we gonna act like I'm the only one that see that in that blue. Alright, let me stop it.
So in this video, we're gonna talk about these two women. We're gonna talk about their kids, pay our respects to the man who lost his life, and talk about the guy who's allegedly responsible for the situation because he's been indicted for it, but pled not guilty for all 3 counts, which we'll later discuss. And hopefully this serves as a reminder for somebody who about to do something stupid, knowing that your actions can affect your mothers. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. On the west side of Florida, they host this annual festival called West Fest. Son. Now at this time, Miss Quay's son is being accused of taking someone's life. But a year prior to that situation, her daughter lost her life in a gruesome scene in Liberty City, February 5th, 2022. She was identified as Araya Marshall, the friend named Dewan Graham, both 21 years old. Moss say she was in a car with Zaraya near Lincoln Field Apartments in Liberty City when another car pulled up and started shooting. To this day, Zaria's case is unsolved. May she rest in peace and love and condolences to her family.
People putting boots on the ground, hoping to bring some peace to their streets. Gun violence taking the lives of loved ones.
And now community members are calling for change. 7's Rafael Pierce reports.
Where are they getting these guns from?
A community calling out the criminals.
How do we want justice? How do we want it now? Let's get these murderers off of our streets.
After a recent and deadly drive-by shooting killed 2 people in Liberty City, family and friends protesting for peace.
Kids are killing kids out here. When is gonna stop?
The group gathered at Lincoln Fields Apartments off Northwest 20th Avenue and 64th Street, which is where the shooting took place earlier this month.
That's my first grandson, y'all done took from us. He lived with me.
21-year-old Dewan Graham was one of the 2 people tragically killed that day. His grandmother devastated by the loss.
I got all these sleepless nights. I can't sleep. I'm still waiting on him to tell me now that I'm home. That was my only child. I saw him to my mama.
Hey, now, I feel grandmama pain, man. Like, rest in peace, you know what I'm saying? To my mom, I lost my mom, so I was somebody that was raised by that grandmother, and like, grandmother love be different, gang, and I'm sure y'all could relate too. You know what I'm saying? So, especially if he was like the only grandson or like the firstborn grandson, and I could tell he wanted the other, just because the way she reacted, I could tell that was like her favorite if she had other grandchildren. You feel me? But somebody that I ain't really have a mother or and that just recently lost their grandmother, because I just lost my grandma a little over a year ago. I feel for their pain, bro. Like, rest in peace to homie. Like, I understand how that shit could be, and I understand how that shit could feel. So definitely rest in peace to homie, man. Condolences to his family. You feel me?
Attacked him from down here. Wow. And all he was doing was coming to play video games.
The other victim, Zaria Marshall, also just 21 years old.
I raised my little sister up. Me and my brothers from, my mom had her, but we all collectively had her together. We raised her from a little girl on up.
Loved ones say she died protecting her 6-month-old baby.
She would never know her mother, never. Only from the videos we got left for her, the pictures, and from what we tell her. That's unfair.
And the person responsible for their deaths still on the loose. Police say someone inside this.
She died protecting her baby, man. And that's that parent instinct right there, man. Condolences to her family and rest in peace to her, man. Purple heart shit right there. You feel me? Like, purple heart shit right there. Like, and every parent, majority of every parent could relate to that and know, like, bro, like, I'm a parent and for my son, I'm willing to die for him. You hear me? And I'm pretty sure there's other parents out there that can relate. But for mine, I'm willing to die for him, man. It's a fucked up situation. Rest in peace to her, you know what I'm saying? I know how it is, bro. When you a parent and you got a child, gang, I know my love. I'm willing to die for mine, so prayers go out to her and her family, dog. It's fucked up.
Dark-colored Toyota Camry was the one who pulled the trigger. Officers also in attendance on Monday, handing out flyers in hopes of getting information that leads to an arrest. Family and friends calling out nearby residents for not speaking up, asking them to help catch the culprit.
And everybody sitting up in here looking at y'all windows. Y'all know who did it because you were looking at your windows when it happened.
Come on, somebody seen something, somebody knows something.
And the reward for information leading to an arrest, that's been bumped up. It's now up to $10,000. So if you know anything, you're being asked to call Crime Stoppers. That number, 305-471-TIPS. Reporting in Northwest Miami-Dade, Rafael Puris, today in.
Miss Quay recently went to Facebook not too long ago on the anniversary of Zaria and said the following: "Been about you, and I'm still about you." Purple heart emoji. "Your birthday coming up, black, crying emoji. You cowards took my girl before she could make it to see 22 years old, forever 21. Now while Miss Quay is grieving the demise of her daughter, 13 months later, she get news that her son is arrested for the demise of a young man that she knew and her son. As mentioned, this was Miss La's son, the young man who lost his life, who was identified as Natron Wright, aka WAP. He was only 20 years old when he lost his life. Now, WAP went to go celebrate his birthday at a venue called Club Vault to celebrate his birthday that he had 2, going on 3 days prior to the day he lost his life. WAP's birthday was March 3rd. Police was dispatched on March 5th, 2023 to the Vault nightclub. It was around 1:31 a.m. when Broward County sheriffs had received a 911 call from an anonymous female reporting a shooting on I-95 near Broward Boulevard. The 911 caller advised that she observed a silver vehicle and a dark-colored SUV traveling northbound on I-95. The 911 caller stated that she then observed the occupants of the SUV open fire with a gun, shooting at the occupants of a silver vehicle, which caused the silver vehicle to leave the roadway and crash. Now, troopers was first to arrive at the scene. That silver vehicle was later identified as a Mercedes. It was 2 people in that car, Natron and his girlfriend. His girlfriend was driving. Natron, aka Wright, he had multiple gunshot wounds to the body, and he was pronounced deceased on the scene. May he rest in peace and love condolences to his family. But Broward County sheriffs would later make an arrest, quickly, because WAP's girlfriend, who was in that Mercedes and was grazed by a bullet, she survived, but she later cooperated and told authorities everything they needed to know. Now, according to the indictment, Miss La was on the phone with her son, WAP.
For one, gang, if that's the car, I don't know if that's just a picture of the car or not, but for one, why, like, you couldn't get him at another time? You gonna shoot at the car when there's a female in the car? Like, that's one thing I don't respect. Neither, like, I don't know when it was cool to just, became cool to just shoot innocent people, especially females. You feel what I'm saying? And then what makes you think if she survived, she wasn't gonna give it up? So that's a straight crash out. Crash out shit. Like what you expected.
Moments before he lost his life and gave his mother some key information to help authorities make an arrest as well. According to Ms. La, she told authorities that her son said those quote-unquote boys was shooting at him moments before the phone had hung up. And according to Ms. La, she instantly know who them boys was. She stated that her son been having problems with a group of subjects from Miami. She stated that the victim, her son, had been robbed by these subjects at gunpoint for his watch and chain, and that the subjects who robbed him had then made Instagram posts, even wearing her son's jewelry in the posts. She said her son, Wop, had showed her the Instagram post, which had the handle, Lord DS Kill from 274. Now I looked that account up personally. It seems it's been deleted, but the damage was already done, because the police had everything they needed from that account. According to the indictment, the Instagram from that handle has showed numerous pictures of a black male armed with the AK-47 style rifle, the same style rifle will fire 7.62 caliber rounds, the same caliber as recovered from the murder scene of Wop. Now police eventually end up interviewing Wop's girlfriend. Of course, she told police, as we mentioned, they went to Club Vault, but they said during their time at Club Vault, Wop got into a verbal altercation with the guy who go by the name of Baby D. She said she only knew his first name, Dirk. She then said Wop got scared and said he wanted to leave. They said as the two group neared the front of the club, Wop pushed one of the subjects, which caused the club security to escort both groups off the property. She stated that her and Wop rushed to their vehicle to leave. As they pulled out, she noticed a dark SUV following them behind. She told police that Wop warned her to drive faster because he knew the group in the SUV is about to start shooting. She stated she got northbound on I-95 and the people in the SUV opened fire on her and Wop. She was later shown 6 pictures in which she identified Derek Elias, date of birth 8/19/2003, as the subject who the victim, Wop, had an altercation with inside the Club Vault. Now police believe this girlfriend. They also believe Wop's girlfriend was also a target as well because bullets struck their car through the rear and the driver's side and the passenger side. Now, according to the indictment, the day that Wop lost his life on March 5th, 2023, the same day that Instagram account Lord DS Kill from 274 was deactivated. Now, 2 days later, detectives took sworn statements.
My thing is, what is the altercation about? Because I'm not gonna lie, old boy seem like he not even a street nigga. You feel me? Like, for one, he on the phone, or he told his mom or grandmother or whoever it was about the robbery. Street niggas, if it's some street shit, nigga ain't gonna bring that shit to his mom, grandmama, or nobody. You feel me? So if he's showing his grandmother or mother pictures of the niggas that robbed him, I know he not a street nigga. You feel me? Probably just a working nigga, somebody get into a bag. Civilian, you feel me? And then Shorty said that he was scared in the club. So what was the altercation about, gang? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like they probably just was applying pressure on old boy when they seen him, probably because they already got him. You feel me? So they in the club really just starting trouble. Like that's what I'm thinking. But it's confusing because she said he was scared, but in the same breath she said he pushed the suspect. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm kind of confused about that because the nigga's scary in the club. He just gonna try to get up out of there. Like, he not gonna be pushing nobody. So I don't really get that one. But they definitely try to get her up out of there because if they shot at the driver's side, and like I said, if those windows wasn't tinted, they clearly see it was a female in there. So they was trying to get her ass up out of there too.
Sister and his cousin, apparently they went out to Club Vault that night to celebrate Wop's birthday. Day that Instagram account Lord DS Kill from 274 was deactivated. Now 2 days later, detectives took sworn statements from Wop's sister and his cousin. Apparently they went out to Club Vault that night to celebrate Wop's birthday, the day he lost his life. They advised they didn't see an altercation with Wop and Dirk, but they did see Dirk at the club with the subject they known as Tweez. Just like Wop's girlfriend, his cousin and his sister picked out Dirk in a 6-picture array. They gave detectives Tweez's Instagram account. It was identified as paperchasing_Tweez. That account is now deleted, but back then it wasn't. And according to authorities in that indictment, there were a number of pictures taken on the night of the homicide of a black male standing aside of a black SUV. There's also pictures taken on other dates of this same subject with Derek, and pictures of a subject and an AK-47 rifle. Now, Tweez was later identified by his Instagram account, and according to authorities, that account belonged to Antonio Hall, date of birth 7/16/2000, who was also Miss Quay's son and the brother of Zariah. Then police used facial recognition to identify a man that was on his page the night that WAP lost his life with Antonio. He was identified as Malik Cox, date of birth 2/22/1999. A little over a week later, on March 14, 2023, WAP cousin and sister identified Antonio and Derek in the lineup. And on that same day, WAP girlfriend identified Malik as being with Derek and Antonio at the nightclub, as well as a man who was in a wheelchair. It was also later determined through surveillance that the car that was driving during the night of the scene was a SRT Jeep that was registered to Antonio's aunt, Miss Quay's sister. Now, Antonio's aunt got a lawyer and said she wouldn't cooperate, but that was enough for authorities to arrest Derek, Antonio, and Malik up on first degree. Now, Antonio was hit with 3 counts. He pleaded not guilty on all 3 counts. But now, fast forward to over a year later, August 3rd, 2024.
This whole shit, this whole thing was sloppy from the beginning, gang. You do a shooting out of a car that's registered to your peoples, 1. 2, you taking pictures with a grip that you using. Like, I don't even know why y'all take pictures and post pictures of y'all with blicks, gang. Like, what the fuck is the point of that? Like, especially if you using it, if you know one day you gonna use it, why are you taking pictures with it? You just giving the police what they looking for. Like, I don't get that, gang. This shit was messy to begin with.
WAP mom, Miss La, and Antonio mom, Miss Quay, attend the West Fest, and apparently they got into an altercation. Now, of course, YouTube be iffy, so I can't play the entirety of that altercation. It wasn't much, but I'll leave the link in the bio. Check out the ending. Now, both women went to Facebook to get some things off their chest. WAP mom, Miss La, wrote, "Laugh out loud. It took 6 of y'all to jump me, but it's never over. Crying, heart emojis. On site quake about my son." She also wrote, "I never posted about this situation, but now the world know, girl. Yours killed my son." And that was a response to Antonio mom, Miss Quay message she wrote on Facebook, which read the following. "Besides a graduation picture, this clown doesn't have any real memories with her son. The same clown who said her only baby she's worried about is little baby, referring to her grandchild. Sweetie, if I lost my son, I would still be holding on to my grandchildren. Not saying and doing weird things to them. No, I'll never have any sympathy for someone making a mockery of their child's death. You're not grieving. You just want to get attention on the internet. Because with your son's case pending, who tells someone to record a fight of them sneaking up on the defending mom after telling the prosecutors you're scared of her? It's so sad to say, but your son's death was a lesson for you and only you. Stop playing dumb, because you know what happened to that poor baby. Why weren't you celebrating your son's birthday with him again? Because I mean, that's what real mothers do. I wish I might out of town on one of my kids' birthday bang. Sweetie, find something better to do, please. I don't mess with you, and I don't talk about your son, love. Like, stop with the lies, girl. I actually know you because my friend had your kids while you were running wild and free, clown. Miss Girl, I always had my kids, and I still got them. I'm not missing anything when it comes to my kids, and I never did. And even when I was heavier, love, it never gave stink, laughing myself. And I've always been that girl. You better ask the real Miami. My kids always had a home with their mother, and our mother on another level about mine." And this is what Miss Quay had to say about the video. This all they got, but okay, thanks. With a video from folks she had recording. She posted a second of it, but we need from the beginning when Big Back ran up on me from the back. I mean, if I'm sneaking up on someone from the back, baby, they would never have a chance to get a hold of me. They would actually be on the floor. But okay, see if y'all know any folks in the video to give y'all the full and real story. This was the end. And by the way, it's my family that broke it up and moved whoever was on the untamed gorilla. Laugh at myself. We went to the picnic for a great time. Not this foolishness. We go every year. This Big Back first time at the picnic. Laugh at me. Y'all have a wonderful day and keep the videos coming. I need more because we play chess, not checkers. Miss Quay ain't stopped there. She went to her Instagram and reposted a picture of her and her son Antonio, writing, "Right or wrong, I got my son back. And I'm gonna ride 100%, 10 down for mine. My baby is innocent. And when it's over with this clown, fake girl, because a real mother would never do the she does. It's clear. Nobody loved my family would never. And I love that for me. Cause everyone around her cool with letting her continuously make a fool of herself all for the internet." Now as we get up out of here, I want to say rest in peace to all the victims. But this where we at. This don't get shine light on it enough. I mean, we doing something stupid. We turn the ones that love us the most into people we not even used to. And I'm not making no excuse for these mothers. I'm not sure their story. They put it on the public and they put it in the public rather. And I'm just relaying that to you guys in hopes that if not some, at least one person could learn from this. It's unfortunate that they kids are going through what they went through. But this where we at. We got to make better decisions for not only us, but for our loved ones. Fam, this was a story of two mothers having a physical altercation because a year prior, one mom lost her son to allegedly the other mother's son. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until then, I'll catch you.
This ain't nothing but two mothers that's scorned, that's hurt, and they don't know how to be women and just express themselves. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to express that pain, bro. So I think it would have been more beneficial for them to be women about it. As a mother, you can't control your son's actions. You get what I'm saying? And the blame definitely on old boy who the suspect. You get what I'm saying? Like, cause he caused pain on his mother and the other nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going off of what I see. Those mothers can't control their son's actions, but what they can do is, as two black females that's grown as hell, that have grown ass kids, is come together and talk, because y'all both moms that's mourning. You feel me? One lost her son and one might lose her son. I just feel like they don't know how to maturely express themselves, so they result in the violence. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that we see on a regular, bro, and that's a cycle that we gotta break to this day as parents, not knowing how to set the best example. You know what I mean? Nobody perfect. I'm not saying that it's a such thing as a perfect person, because it's not. So, you know, my take on it is just, it's a double-edged sword. I could see where they wrong at and why they wrong, but I also feel for them because I feel their pain. So I understand. You feel what I'm saying? But it's just a lack of knowing how to cope with what they going through. You know what I mean? And I think that, you know, us as men, we gotta understand, bro, when we out here and we doing what we doing, that shit don't only affect us, bro. It affect our loved ones, our parents. Like, if you die, bro, or you go to jail for the rest of your life, your mother gotta live with that pain. Now she gotta learn how to cope with it. You feel what I'm saying? And now she gotta learn how to not wear it on her sleeve and express herself in a positive way, rather than wanting to say fuck everybody and fight everybody because she angry that she lost her son. You feel me? So we as men gotta do better too, gang. Like I said, we leaders, bro. Like, and our actions affect not only us but our loved ones and those around me. So that's gonna wrap it up for this one. You already know what time it is, man. It's open your Mizzy on your business mindset. I'll catch you on the next one. We out.